Well, hello everyone, Dylan here. Happy Throwback Thursday, and the rotation leads us to a Bionicle review, and this one's on Lesovikk from 2007, of course. And also my last 2007 review. And if you wonder, can you ever expect a Karzani set review? Well, possibly. Well, since that set is quite rare and a little hard to get, but that would probably just be a random review at any time. Well, so don't expect it as next Throwback Thursday, but it, if I ever do so, it'll just be a random one. But for now, let's cover Lesovikk here. But yeah, so starting out with Lesovikk himself, which as you can see, kind of a simplistic. Oh, whoops. So kind of a simplistic build of all the regular, as most Toa sets kind of are, but also a consistent color scheme of both dark green and lime green and silver for that. And obviously is the seventh Toamari here. Yeah. So like as for the feet of which are mostly the finned Toanika feet, like we saw on Kongo Nika the year prior. For that. And as for the limbs of which are the Toametru limbs and the Anika armor pieces in dark green, and also the lower limb part and the Visorak limbs in lime green. But although if you had this set, then lime green can kind of break apart easily but also most of the sets the following year kind of did. But yeah. But as for the main torso body part of which is the main chest armor consisting of the clock piece that Toa Inika Duperu had the year prior. But if I take that off, and then has a Metru waist but in dark green, and also the main highlight is the Paraka torso piece but in lime green, which great to use for mocking if you wanted and for that. And also built in the proper way as the Paraka way for that, this just or like how most sets did, unlike the Paraka that had it opposite, but yeah. Then also have these two shoulder pad pieces, like what Toa and Toamari Matoro also had, but the problem with that is they just kind of flop around, but if you like put them upwards, then they kind of stay in that one place unless you plop them down. Well, major flaw there. It's kind of a flaw for that, but yeah. And as for the arms, which quite simplistic for how they are, but luckily have the uh, Toa and Nika leg armor on there as well. Although I think would have been better is if it had the Toa and Nika shoulder armor pieces, but recolored in dark green for that. Well, all of that would have been great to see in that color, but yeah. And then go into a Toa Metru limb piece, but in dark green, and then traditional hand piece for that. But on the other other hand, which does have this new blade piece, which also used on Predac and Hydraxon, mostly Hydraxon, but in this silver color for that, which quite cool. And why small for that? Well, little reason for that. And also has less to carry well with the sea sled. But yeah. Then as for the head mask part, well, the mask of which is just the Kanohi Faxon that Toamari Holly also has, but if I take this off, and of course has the visor parts, which was this and the following year, 2008, only times to use these visors in the mask parts for that, and were always in trans blue for that. It was easy to slip out like so. And without it, just a hollow space to it. And then also does have that light up eye stock piece, sort of like Umbra and all the Paraka all had. So he was only set of this year to have that piece again. And then as for his tuba which is mostly in black connecting from there all the way to his backside, just like what Hukimari also had. But unlike all the Toamari, they had in silver, but he which has it in black, probably to make him a little bit unique for that. Or that since he is special edition set, said to be like kind of new, but reused pieces, but instead of being like brand new for that. And then also, again, to the back side, kind of plain for how it is, but also this little bit here is so you can attach his sword bit onto when he's not using it. But although, what I think could have been neater is maybe instead of this sword piece switch, could have used the Pro Steel Talents blade like what Toomari Holly had, instead of being just exclusive to her. But well, that's just me. But, yeah. But I can still kind of forgive how this weapon is. But yeah, and that's about it with Lesovikk here. And now onto his vehicle, the Sea Sled. So it's kind of keeping tradition with Takanuva, and then also Toa Ignika the following year, where it was the 7th Toa, or 8th Toa in that case, but also with a vehicle within. But yeah. Which as so like this front part of which has just one light stave to it, and also connected, and also with it connected to this little whip-like piece on there, sort of like we had with Nadiki and Nivog in 2004 Metro Nui. That if you push on it and it snaps backwards, and then on both sides of which are Toamari Jawlers, long sword pieces, but acting as like extra coverings to it. And then this one end also does have these like little turbine kind of pieces to drag it through the water, and also these red bits is where you stick Lesovikk onto, which I'll show later. And then also in the middle part is this a hand connector holding a Kornak blaster onto it, and have easy access to it like so, and launch it off like so. And then to the back section, which is just Baraki Mantax's shoulder armor piece, but and also Karapar's chest and Karzani's chest plate pieces, all there, but in black and silver from Mantax. But yeah, and then the back landing gear parts of which same as the front, but also with different beams or same beams to it, but spread out in different directions. But yeah. And also these snap back better like so. And then on to and then the like sitting down seat part of which is just another one of Motoro Mari's armor pieces, but doesn't flop up as easily as Lesovikk himself did. And then back part, which is just Motoro Mari's twin color blades, just which probably acting as like a back rudder to it. And now to get Lesovikk onto it is like have them around that, and then also get the hand pieces connected onto the red parts, and it's on both sides. And then there he is. It's all set and ready, and then you can like flip these up like so, and then ready to just ride through the waters, of course. So there. So overall, my overall verdict is I think this was a quite cool set for how it is. As for the $20 to $25 that it was back in 2007, or he was back in 2007, quite good for how it is. Like to get both a Toa and a vehicle set, which haven't seen for a few years at this point. Well, and also Lesovikk himself, a lot of good recolors the pieces. Well, mainly the mask and body part in the lime green coloring, and of course a light up eyepiece, which making him the only set of the whole year to have that. But however, still nice, great to have here. And as for the sea sled, of which kind of good use of some pieces onto it, and also great to see the snap back landing gear feature, which we haven't seen since the Mari Nui's line in 2004. Yeah, since the set, which quite a large win to it, and despite being a Walmart exclusive at the time, which is still quite workable for how it is. But yeah, or how he is. But yeah, and what else is there to say? Not much, but yeah, but also good to see a bit of a return of some tech workings to it, even though Maxwell and Spinax also kind of did for that. But at least this Switch still does a little bit more to that. But yeah. And so now, if any of you still have him from back in the day, well, I hope you had some good memories of him. And if you are still looking to get this whole set, then I'd say definitely pick it up. eBay, Bricklink, Mercari, Bricks and Minifigs, whatever. And that's about it with this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.